Hello students, welcome you to this video. In today's class, I'm going to teach the MCQs from vector algebra. Hope you have studied all the results. If you're thorough with the results, then I'm sure these MCQs will be very easy. But for each question, I'll be discussing in detail the results related to that. Okay. So not only these questions, let them ask any question you can answer after watching this video. Okay. Now let's start with first question. See the first question, if A vector and B vector are parallel vectors, what is the condition for parallel? The cross product is equal to 0. A cross B equal to 0. For perpendicular, the dot product 0. If the box product is 0, that is scalar triple product is 0, then what can you say? Coplanar, right? So three products, when every product is 0, we are getting some significance, right? When the dot product is 0, we say the vectors are perpendicular. When the cross product is 0, the vectors are parallel. When the scalar triple product or box product is 0, we say the vectors are coplanar. They lie in the same plane, right? Here what is given? A vector and B vector are parallel. So you know A cross B is equal to 0. A cross B is a 0 vector because it's a vector product, right? Then ACB equal to, you know what is box product ABC? Box product ABC means the meaning is A dot B cross C. Some of the results you would have studied already. Dot and cross can be interchanged, right? A dot B cross C can be written as A cross B dot C. Then in a scalar triple product, the letters can be cyclically rotated. The box product A, B, C can be, you can start with B, B, C, A. Or you can start with C, A, B, right? So all these results you know. So here, box product ACB. Box product ACB. Listen very carefully. Why I am doing all these things? Please listen. We know this A cross B is equal to 0. So I want A and B together. So ACB. If I start with B, BAC, right? You can write it as BAC. What's the meaning of this? B dot A cross C, right? B dot A cross C. Dot and cross can be interchanged. Dot and cross can be interchanged. So you can write it as B cross A dot C. Cross that should be grouped. Why you know? Because this is a vector. Then C is another vector. You can take dot product. This B cross A, it is 0 vector. Dot C vector. Dot product. So your answer is a scalar. 0 dot C. So the answer is what? 0. So the correct answer is the fourth option. Okay, now let's move on to the second question. If a vector alpha vector lies in the plane beta vector and plane of beta vector and gamma vector. So beta vector is here, gamma vector is here. Then this alpha vector also lies in the same plane. So now all the three vectors lie in the same plane. That means they are coplanar. Alpha vector, beta vector, gamma vector are coplanar. If the vectors are coplanar, you know the box product is equal to 0. So alpha vector, beta vector, gamma vector is equal to 0. So the correct answer is the third one, right? Now let's move on to the third question. Listen carefully, see what is given here. A dot B 0. Already we discussed dot product 0 means the vectors are what? Perpendicular, right? Here A dot B 0. B dot C 0, C dot A 0, that only they given like this, right? Everything equated and put 0. So A and B are perpendicular, B and C are perpendicular, C and A also perpendicular, meaning A vector, B vector, C vector are mutually perpendicular. A, B, C are mutually perpendicular. See what they asked? The box product ABC. Their question is the box product ABC. You know the geometrical meaning of box product ABC. Box product ABC gives the volume of parallelepiped, right? So this is the volume of parallelepiped. Parallelepiped. You know what is parallelepiped? For a parallelogram, the three-dimensional solid. So that is a parallelepiped. A vector, B vector, C vector are the coterminous edges. So this here, this is A vector, this is B vector, and this is what? C vector. But here, A vector, B vector, C vector are all perpendicular, right? So everything will stand straight, right? So these angles will be 90 degree. Then this parallelogram will become a cuboid, right? Parallelogram will become a cuboid. Then it will be a cuboid. Then the volume of the cuboid is length into breadth into height. So your answer is A into B into C. Actually, this is volume of the parallelepiped only. But here, since A, B, C, the vectors A vector, B vector, C vector are mutually perpendicular. So every angle is 90 degree. So the parallelepiped become a cuboid. So volume of the cuboid is length into breadth and height. So this is modulus A into modulus B into modulus C. So the first option is the correct one. Now let's move on to the fourth question. Listen, A vector, B vector, C vector are three unit vectors. What are unit vectors? The magnitude is 1, right? So magnitude of A vector, magnitude of B vector, magnitude of C vector, everything is equal to what? 1, because A vector, B vector, C vector are all unit vectors, such that A vector is perpendicular to B vector. Very carefully, please listen. A vector is perpendicular to B vector. So A dot B is equal to 0. And is parallel to, that is A vector is parallel to C vector. A vector is parallel to C vector. A cross C is 0 vector. Parallel, so cross product equal to 0. They asked to find A cross B cross C, right? The question is A cross B cross C. The expansion of A cross B cross C? A dot C into B minus A dot B into C. A dot C, first and last, into the left out. Then minus you continuously take. First, A dot C into B vector. A dot C into B vector minus A dot B into C vector. So this is what they asked to find. So here this A dot B is 0, right? A dot B is 0. So the last part fully it is 0 vector, that you leave it. Only this A dot C, what is dot product? AB cos theta, right? A dot C means A, C, cos angle between A vector and C vector. A and C are parallel, right? So A cross C is equal to 0. So the angle between them is what? 0 into B vector. Cos 0 is what? 1. So 1 into 1 into 1 into B vector. So the answer is what? B vector. So the correct answer is the second answer. Now let's move on to the third question. Listen to the third one. Box product ABC equal to 1. Box product ABC equal to 1. Already box product ABC means A dot B cross C, right? Can be cyclically rotated. One dot and one cross. It is a scalar triple product or box product. ABC can be written as BCA is same as CAB, right? That only we are going to use here. Box product ABC they given 1, right? But they asked to find the value of C. The first term you see, numerator is A dot B cross C. So that is same as box product ABC. See the denominator. Is it a box product? There is 1 cross and dot. Yes, it is the box product. What is the order? CAB. CAB. ABC, BCA, CAB, everything same only, right? Plus. Next one, second term's numerator. B dot C cross A. 1 dot, 1 cross. Yes, it is a box product. BCA. Box product BCA. Divided by denominator A cross B dot C. 1 cross 1 dot. Again box product ABC, right? ABC. Next one you see 1 dot 1 cross CAB. Yes, you can write CAB. In between plus is there. Denominator you see 1 dot 1 cross. So it is a box product. But CBA. I want CAB. Then only everything will be same, right? ABC. BCA, CAB. But here CBA, I want to interchange these two. So if you, in a box product, if you interchange 2 rows, you have to put a sign minus. Because box product means it is a determinant, we write the coefficients, right? If you interchange 2 letters means you are interchanging 2 rows. So you have to put a sign minus. Okay, so CBA, instead of CBA, I am going to write CAB. CAB. So 2 rows we are interchanging. So put a minus. Okay, hope you understood this. Now all these are same only, no? ABC, CAB. So these two cancel. So you are getting 1. So these two also same. BCA, ABC, everything same. 1 minus CAB, CAB cancel 1. So minus 1 plus 1 cancel. So what is your final answer? It is 1. So that is option number 1. Now let's move on to question number 6. The volume of the parallelepiped. Volume of the parallelepiped means what? Box product ABC, right? Represented by the vectors. Okay, just the determinant you write. So you are supposed to find box product ABC, right? So it's a 1 mark question. I'm not going to write all the steps. So coefficients, you have to see the order. Plus minus, you have to be very careful. I plus j, so 1, 1, 0, right? Then I plus 2j, 1, 2, k is not there, 0. Then I plus j plus pi k, so 1, 1 pi. Expand it. So I'm expanding through the third column. So because there are 2 zeros, no, the calculation will be easy. So I'm using any method you can do that, you will get the same answer only. To save time, I'm using this column. So 0 in anything 0, then minus 0 in anything 0, then pi into, leave that row, leave that column. 1 into 2, 2 minus 1 into 1, it is 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 into pi, the answer is pi. The correct option is the third one. So remember, volume of the parallelepiped means it is what? Box product ABC. Now sum number 7. Listen carefully. If A vector and B vector are unit vectors, A vector and B vector are unit vectors, the magnitudes are 1, such that box product A, B, A cross B equal to 1 by 4, angle between A vector and B vector. Angle between A vector and B vector. Please listen very carefully. This is of the type ABC. What is ABC? A dot B cross C. A dot B cross C. A dot B cross C. C is the third one. A cross B, right? Equal to 1 by 4. You know, in a scalar triple product, dot and cross can be interchanged. So this cross you write here and the dot you write there. So what you get? A cross B dot again A cross B equal to 1 by 4. You know what is A dot A? It is A square. What is A cross A? 0 vector, right? A cross A is 0 vector, but A dot A is A square. So here you are getting A cross B the whole square equal to 1 by 4. A cross B the whole square is 1 by 4, right? So A cross B the whole square, so no need to write n cap, right? So it is 1. So AB sine theta, right? So A is 1, B is 1 because they said they are all unit vector. A cross B is equal to AB sine theta n cap. So AB sine angle between them theta into n cap is 1 because the whole when you square it become 1, right? I dot I is 1, j dot j is 1, unit vector, n cap dot n cap, it is 1 only. So you are getting, the whole square is there, right? So you are getting sine square theta is 1 by 4. So sine theta is 1 by 2. So theta is equal to 30 degree, right? It is given as pi by 6, right? 30 degree, it is same as pi by 6. So that is option number A. Now let's move on to question number 8. Listen very carefully. So here 3 vectors, A vector, B vector, C vector given. They asked to find A cross B cross C vector equal to lambda A plus mu B. Then find the value of lambda plus mu. So one relation given. What relation given here? A cross B cross C. Please listen, the expansion is important. Already we used this. A cross B cross C. What is the expansion of A cross B cross C? They are not same. These two are not same. They are same only when the outside vectors are parallel. This A vector and C vector are parallel. Only in that case they are equal. Other cases in general they are not equal. So for both of them you have different expansions. Okay. For A cross B cross C, the expansion is A dot C into B, right? A dot C. First and last. A dot C into B vector minus A dot B into C vector. But for this one, A cross B cross C, first term remains same, A dot C into B, but for the second one, B dot C into A, right? So A cross B cross C, the expansion is, its expansion is A dot C into B, A dot C into B vector minus B dot C into A vector. Okay, this is expansion. But this they given us lambda A vector plus mu B vector. So this is lambda A vector plus mu B vector. Okay. And this one we no need, but just for you to just recall, you must know the difference between that two. Okay, now listen here. In both the sides, I'm going to equate the components. A vector coefficient, see here A vector coefficient is lambda, right? So lambda is equal to, here A vector coefficient is minus of B dot C. And B vector coefficient, here mu. So mu equal to, here B vector coefficient is A dot C. So from here you can find lambda and mu, right? So lambda is equal to minus of, what is B dot C? This is B vector, this is C vector. Take the dot product. How can you find dot product? Just multiply the coefficients, right? Here I coefficients you multiply 1 into 1, it is 1. J coefficient you multiply, here 1, but here 0. K is not there. So you are getting minus 1. This is lambda value. And mu equal to A dot C vector. So multiply the coefficients. I coefficient 1 into 1, it is 1. J, there 1, but here J is not there. Here also K is also not there. So other terms are all 0. So mu value is 1. But what they asked here, you find lambda plus mu. So lambda plus mu, lambda value minus 1 plus mu value 1, cancel. The answer is 0. So your answer is the first one. Now see the next question. A vector, B vector, C vector are non-coplanar vectors. What's the meaning of that? Coplanar means they lie in the same plane, the box product 0. But here A vector, B vector, C vector, non-coplanar, that means box product is not equal to 0. Non-coplanar, non-zero vectors such that box product ABC they given as what? 3. Box product ABC value 3. They asked to find A cross B, B cross C, C cross A, the whole square. Very simple thing. So you have to recall 3 results here. That's what I said. Whenever I teach one sum, I won't teach only that one. All the related results, so that it will be useful to you. You can answer any question. Okay. Listen, these 3 values you remember in box product: A plus B, B plus C, C plus A. The answer is twice ABC. If minus comes, A minus B, B minus C, C minus A, the answer is 0. If cross comes, A cross B, B cross C, C cross A, the answer is box product ABC the whole square. Box product ABC the whole square. All the 3 you remember, okay? And one more result I'm giving, that is box product IJK. Box product IJK, I dot J cross K, the answer is 1. So suppose something they change, instead of ABC, if they use IJK, you can use that one, okay? So this one, all these you remember, the proof of first 3, it's very important, you have to learn the proof also. Now see what they asked here. In this question, this is what we want, right? We are using this result here. A cross B, B cross C, C cross A. So that is actually ABC the whole square, right? Box product ABC the whole square. But for that a square is there, right? The square. This is what they asked to find. So that is actually box product ABC raised to 4. ABC raised to 4. Box product ABC value 3. So your answer is 3 raised to 4. What is 3 square? 3 into 3, 9, right? So 9 into 9, your answer is what? 81. That is option number A. Okay, now let's move on to question number 10. It's a very good question. Listen very carefully. See what is given here. A vector, B vector, C vector are 3 vectors. A vector, B vector, C vector are 3 non-coplanar unit vectors. A, B, C are 3 non-coplanar. So box product not equal to 0. They are all unit vectors, right? Non-coplanar unit vectors. A cross B cross C is equal to, A cross B cross C is equal to B vector plus C vector by root 2. They asked to find the angle between A vector and B vector. Angle between A vector and B vector. Let us see. So left side you can expand it. Already we discussed A cross B cross C. The expansion is first and last. A dot C into B vector minus you take continuously A dot B into C vector. Right side is split into 2. B vector by root 2 plus C vector by root 2. Both the sides equate the components, but actually what we want, that alone I am going to take. So we want the angle between A vector and B vector. So A dot B, we are interested only in that. That is, I'm taking the coefficient of C vector alone. Both the sides I'm equating the coefficient of C vector. What is that? Minus A dot B. Minus A dot B equal to 1 by root 2. So minus sign, you give it to the right side. So A dot B is equal to minus 1 by root 2. What is A dot B definition? AB cos theta, right? AB cos theta. Hope you understood why I am putting 1. A vector and B vector are unit vectors, right? So 1 into 1 into cos angle between A and B, I am taking as theta equal to minus 1 by root 2. Now trigonometric equations you need, right? So cos theta is equal to minus cos pi by 4. Minus cos theta is cos pi minus theta. You remembering? Minus cos theta is same as cos pi minus theta. All these results you need. So you are getting cos theta is equal to cos pi minus theta, pi by 4. So that is cos 4 LCM, 4 pi minus pi, you are getting 3 pi by 4. Cos theta is equal to cos 3 pi by 4. So the principal, the value what you are getting, theta is equal to 3 pi by 4. We don't want the general solution. So 3 pi by 4, right? That's the angle between the two vectors. Now sum number 11. Listen carefully, sum number 11. If the volume of the parallelepiped with these three, A cross B, B cross C, C cross A, as coterminous edges is 8 units. A parallelepiped whose coterminous edges are not A vector, B vector, C vector as usual, right? So the coterminous edges are A cross B. That is one edge, A cross B, B cross A, C cross C. Instead of A, we have A cross B. Instead of B, we have B cross C. Instead of C, we have C cross. So what I am going to do, I am taking this as say X vector. First one I am taking it as X vector. Second one I am taking it as Y vector. Third one I am taking it as Z vector. So I can say the volume, that is X vector, Y vector, Z vector is equal to 8 cubic units. This is what given. X vector means it is A cross B. Y means it is B cross A and so on. See what they asked here. Then the volume of the parallelepiped with this and C cross A cross A cross B as coterminous edges. Okay, so we want to find this one. So listen carefully how to do this one. Okay, now, so volume of the parallelepiped with A cross B cross B cross C. Volume of the parallelepiped means you have to use what? Box product, right? Box product. A cross B cross B cross C. A cross B means X. This is our X vector. B cross C is what? Y vector. So this is actually X cross Y. That is the first coterminous edge, right? X cross Y. Second one is B cross C. That is Y cross C cross A is Z. Y cross Z. Second one is Y cross Z. And the third one is C cross A. That is Z cross A cross B is X. Z cross X. This is what they asked. The volume of the parallelepiped whose coterminous edges are these. So instead of writing all these A cross B, B cross C, C cross A, we used X vector, Y vector and Z vector. So it will be easy for you. So this is like A cross B, B cross C, C cross A, right? That is ABC the whole square. Instead of that, here it is X, Y, Z the whole square. Box product X, Y, Z is 8. It is 8 square. So the answer is what? 64 cubic units. Hope you understood this. So it's a very simple question. Sum number 12. Listen here. Consider the vectors. 4 vectors given here, A, B, C, D, such that A cross B cross C cross D. Vector product of 4 vectors equal to what? 0 vector. Let P1 and P2 are 2 planes. P1 and P2 are 2 planes determined by the pair of vectors A, B and C, D. In the plane P vector, the 2 vectors, A vector and B vector are there. And in the plane P2, the C vector and D vector are there. Angle between P1 and P2 they asked. angle between P1 and P2, right? So A cross B, that is in plane P1, AC and D in plane P2. So cross product is what? It is perpendicular to A and B, right? Suppose A and B are here, it is perpendicular to that, right? So now, listen here, A cross B is there, A cross B is there, C cross D is there. The cross product is 0. Cross product is equal to 0. Cross product of two vectors are parallel means that two are what? Parallel, right? Cross product of two vectors equal to 0 means that two vectors are parallel. So that means here the two planes are parallel. If the planes are parallel, angle between them is equal to what? 0 vector. So no calculation here. Just you can understand and do. Now sum number 13. A cross B cross C. A cross B cross C equal to A cross B cross C. In general, they are not equal, already I said, right? Then such that some conditions are given. Then A vector and C vector, already I said, listen, you take it as a result, I'll give the proof also. If they are not equal in general, if they are equal, you remember like this, the outside vectors are collinear. Collinear are parallel. Outside vectors, what are the outside vectors? A vector and C vector. The two vectors are parallel. So this is answer you are supposed to get. A vector and C vector are collinear or parallel. Listen, how to prove that? Suppose for 2 mark or 3 mark it will be useful to you. So what's the condition for parallel? Cross product 0, or what you studied in 11th standard, one vector is a scalar multiple of another vector, right? One vector is a scalar multiple of another vector. So left side, listen carefully, left side, it is A cross B cross C. Just expand it. So when you expand it, A cross B cross C. What is A cross B cross C? A dot C into B, A dot C into B minus A dot B into C, right? Right side, can you expand it? Right side, if you expand, so A, first term remains same, right? A dot C into B, A dot C into B minus B dot C into A, B dot C into A vector. Now we can cancel, first term is same for both. So minus A dot B into C vector is equal to minus B dot C into A vector. Cancel this minus sign on both sides. You find C vector, this A dot B comes down, right? B dot C is there, by A dot B is there, into A vector. Now listen very carefully. Here this B dot C is a scalar. A dot B is a scalar. A scalar by scalar, this whole thing is a scalar. So you are getting C vector is equal to some scalar into A vector. One vector is a scalar multiple of another vector. So that means the two vectors are what? Parallel. Okay, that's a proof of that. Now let's move on to question number 14. Listen, before doing this 14th sum, what is the direction of A cross B? Suppose A is here and B is here. What is the direction of A cross B? Means it is perpendicular to both A vector and B vector. That is the direction of n cap. N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to A and B, right? The direction of A cross B is perpendicular to A and B. So listen here, what is given? A vector, B vector, C vector. Three vectors given here. Then a vector, you are finding a vector. One among these four options, right? A vector, it is perpendicular to A vector. You find a vector and that vector is, the vector what you are going to find is perpendicular to A vector and lies in the plane containing B vector and C vector. The plane containing B vector and C vector. So plane containing B vector and C vector. Okay, so perpendicular to A vector and the plane containing B vector and C vector. Now listen here, what is this A cross B cross C? This looks like A cross B, A cross B. So A cross B, right? So it is the vector A cross B means it is perpendicular to both A vector and what? B cross C. Okay, so this looks like A cross B. So this vector is, I am taking this our x vector. This vector is perpendicular to A vector, and this vector is perpendicular to B cross C. So perpendicular to B cross C means, listen very carefully, suppose this is B vector and this is C vector, B cross C will be like this, B cross C will be like this. Perpendicular to B cross C means it is parallel to what? B and C, right? Parallel to B and C, or you can say containing B and C. Both the conditions are satisfied here, right? So X vector, what is our X vector here? A cross B cross C. If I take A cross B cross C, that vector is perpendicular to A vector. That vector is perpendicular to A vector, and that vector containing B and C. Actually, it is perpendicular to A vector, perpendicular to B cross C. Perpendicular to B cross C means it is parallel to what? B and C. Okay, so containing B and C. So for the two conditions to satisfy, find a vector, it is perpendicular to A vector and lies in the plane containing B and C means it is enough to find A cross B cross C. Okay, you have to find A cross B cross C. You know how to find A cross B cross C, no shortcut method. You find B cross C first. So B cross C you have to find out. B cross C means what? I, J, K. Then B vector coefficients and C vector coefficient. B vector coefficients are 1, 2, minus 5, right? 1, 2, minus 5. And C vector coefficients, 3, 5, minus 1, right? 3, 5, minus 1. All of you know how to expand it. Just will explain this one part. I vector into leave the row and column 2 into minus 1, minus 2, minus 25, plus 25, right? Second term minus j vector into leave that row and column 1 into minus 1. So it is minus 1, minus plus 15, plus k vector into leave that row and column 5, minus 3 2s are 6. So you are getting 23i minus 14j minus 1k. So this is B cross C, right? So we want A cross B cross C. So we want A cross B cross C. A cross B cross C. Again you write determinant ijk. A vector coefficients you write first. A vector coefficients are 2, 3, minus 1, right? 2, 3, minus 1. And B cross C coefficients 23, minus 14, minus 1. So you simplify. When you simplify, I'm leaving it to you, you will get minus 17i, minus 21j, minus 97. These type questions, what I'm encouraging you to work it out and check it, because don't try to mug up. So there is no guarantee they'll ask the same question. Suppose instead of this minus, if they put plus, so how can I identify that, right? So you may think if the question is like this, okay, fourth one is the correct answer. Don't do like that. So most of the questions you will get the answer very easily. 1 or 2 questions, some calculation. The calculation sums, don't mug up. Try to work it out so that you won't make any mistakes. So be very careful in this one. Okay. So here your answer is the fourth option. Now let's move on to question number 15. The angle between the lines, listen, 2 lines, this line is given correct in the correct form, but this is not given, so here there is some problem, right? So these type questions how to do, hope you would have studied already in the exercise sums up on the questions like this, right? So x minus 2 by 3 equal to y plus 1 by minus 2 equal to z. Bring that 2 to the left side, minus 2 by 0. Whenever comma comes, you have to write like this. Okay, this is the first line. And the second line is x minus 1 by 1 equal to 2y plus 3. So it is not in the correct form, right? So you have to make it as y here. So what you have to do, you divide by 2, right? Divide every term by 2. So you will get y plus 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. Plus what? Sorry, equal to z plus 5 by 2. So these are the 2 lines. Angle between 2 lines they asked. So from the first one I am taking u vector, denominator 3i plus 2j plus 0k, and v vector is equal to the second one. V vector is equal to 1 I vector plus 3 by 2 j vector plus 2k vector, right? So theta is equal to, what's the formula here? Theta equal to angle between 2 lines or 2 planes. It is cos inverse. Angle between a line and plane, sine inverse, right? So here cos inverse u dot v by modulus u into modulus v. So see what you get here. So that is cos inverse of Listen, the first one, the denominator is what? Minus 2, right? So minus 2j. Okay. So multiply the coefficients 3 into 1, dot product. So 3 into 1, 3. Then plus into minus, right? Minus 2 into 3 by 2 plus 0 divided by, what do you get here? Modulus u vector. Okay, whatever it is, right? So 1 mark question, don't waste time. Now you see the numerator 3 minus 3, 0. 0 by a number is 0, right? So you are getting cos inverse 0. Cos inverse 0 is 90 degree, or it is what? Pi by 2. That is option number 4. Now sum number 16. The line lies in the plane. The line lies in the plane. So it's very important question, this one, right? A line lies in the plane. What are the conditions? So the direction ratio of the line and the direction ratio of the plane are perpendicular, because the plane's direction ratio acts perpendicular to the surface. Okay, so you take the direction ratios, dot product 0. That is one condition. Another condition, the line lies means the point on the line that you can find out x1, y1, z1. It lies on the plane. The point must satisfy the equation. Okay, so it is given in the correct form. So from the line, the direction ratios are the line, the direction ratios are 3, minus 5, 2. The plane, the direction ratio, coefficient of x, y, z, 1, 3, minus alpha. So the dot product 0 means 3 into 1, minus 5 into 3, plus 2 into minus alpha equal to 0, right? So you are getting 3, minus 15, minus 2 alpha equal to 0. So minus 12 equal to 2 alpha. So alpha is minus 12 by 2, minus 6. Question is alpha comma beta. Alpha value minus 6 in only one option starting with minus 6. So no need to waste time for the exam hall. But now you have time, so you can practice it. Okay, so beta also trying to find out. You must know, because the same question, if they ask us a 2 mark question or 3 mark question, you must be able to do that, right? And suppose there is one more option here also, if they give minus, right? Then you must work it out, right? So the second condition, the point lies on the plane. What is the point here? X minus x1. x1 is 2, y1 is 1. You change the sign. Then z1 is minus 2. This lies on this plane. Substitute here. For x you put 2, y you put 1. 3 into 1, 3. Minus alpha into minus 2. Z value minus 2. Minus minus plus. Plus 2 alpha. 2 into alpha value also minus 6, right? Plus beta equal to 0. So what you are getting here? 5 minus 12. 5 minus 12 plus beta equal to 0. Minus 7 plus beta 0. So beta is equal to 7. So second option is the correct one. Question number 17. The angle between a line and a plane. So sine inverse. So sine inverse b dot n by modulus b into modulus n. From the line you identify b vector, and the plane you identify n vector. So what is b vector here? R vector is equal to a vector plus t b vector. This is the first vector, 2i plus j minus 2k. And n vector is from the plane r dot n. This is n. This 4 can be taken to the right side, right? I plus j only. I plus j. So sine inverse, you take the dot product, 2 into 1, 2, 1 into 1, 1, k 0. Modulus of b vector root of 2 square 4, 1 square 1, 2 square 4. Modulus of n is 1 plus 1. So you are getting sine inverse of 3 by root 9, that is 3 into root 2. Cancel these two. Sine inverse 1 by root 2, pi by 4, right? Or you say 45 degree. Question number 18, you see. Listen, the coordinates of the point where the line meets the plane. The line meets the plane. This is the line. Line meets the plane. So which one? This point they asked. So any point on the line you find out. What's the line's equation? This is the point for a line. What's the point? 6 minus 1 minus 3. And the direction ratios are minus 1, 0, 4, right? J is not there. So x minus x1 by L equal to y minus minus 1. So it plus 1 by 0 equal to z minus minus 3 by the direction ratio 4 equal to t you take. Then you find any point on this line, right? any point on this line is, find x from here, group first and last, minus 1 into t, minus t plus 6, 0 into t, 0 minus 1, 4t minus 3. So this is any point, this is your answer, but we want the meeting point, no? So this point lies on the plane also, okay? So since it lies on the plane, lies on the plane equation, you write it as a Cartesian form. R vector means xi plus yj plus zk. You take dot product, so you'll get x into 1 x plus y into 1 y, z into minus 1 because coefficient of k is minus 1, minus z equal to 3. So the point 1 must satisfy this. For x, y, z, you substitute the values x, y, z. X minus t plus 6 plus y minus 1. Then minus z, change the sign. This is z, right? Minus z means minus 4t plus 3 equal to 3. These 3 get cancelled. So you are getting minus 5t equal to, here actually you are getting 5, take it to the right side, minus 5. Minus 5 cancel, t is equal to 1. Substitute the first equation, for t you put 1. So you will get 5 minus 1, 1 as your answer, and that is option number 4. Now let us see sum number 19. Distance from the origin is 0, 0, 0. The plane's equation is what? 3x minus 6y plus 2z plus 7 equal to 0. Distance from the origin. So substitute the point here. You will get 0, 0, 0, 7 by, right? Even if it is negative, take positive. By root of 3 square, 9. Minus 6 square, 36. Plus 2 square, 4. Don't take that 7. Only root of a square plus b square plus c square. That is 7 by 7. You will get, your answer is what? 1 unit. Okay, root 49, 7. So now sum number 20. Distance between the planes. But they are not in the correct form, right? So parallel plane means only for parallel planes you can find the distance, right? But parallel means they differ only in constant, right? Here only the constant is same here, right? So constant should differ, all the terms must be same. You can make them same. First one you multiply by plane 1, you multiply by 2. So you will get 2x plus 4y plus 6z plus 14 equal to 0, first plane. Second plane is 2x plus 4y plus 6z plus 7 equal to 0. Distance between them, a value 2, b value 4, c value 6, d1 is 14 and d2 is equal to 7. The constants. Parallel planes differ only in constant. So the distance between them is equal to d1 difference d2. d1 difference d2. Because answer cannot be negative, right? By root of a square plus b square plus c square. Just substitute 14 minus 7. It is 7 by root of a square plus b square plus c square is what? 36, right? A square plus b square plus c square. So you are getting 7 by root of 56, right? 7 by root of 56 can be written as 7 by root of 56 can be written as 2, 28, again 2, 14, it is 2, 7, right? These two 2's, that is 4 into 2 into 7. So because to get that answer, so we arrange like this, 7 by, root 4 is 2, then root 2 into root 7, right? So can be simplified this, 7 by 2 root 2, root 7 is root 7 into, denominator is root 7 only. Numerator can be written as, that 7 can be written as root 7 into root 7. 1 root 7 cancel, you are getting root 7 by 2 root 2. Okay, so that is option number 1. Now sum number 21. Direction cosines are given. You know, sum of the squares of direction cosines, cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So direction cosines are given. So first one is cos alpha, second one is cos beta, third one is cos gamma. Square it, 1 by c square plus 1 by c square plus 1 by c square equal to 1. Take c square as LCM, 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 equal to 1. So c square equal to 3, so c equal to root 3 plus or minus root 3. So that is the c, second one is the correct answer. Now let's sum number 22. The vector represents a straight line passing through the points. Listen carefully. The vector equation represents a straight line passing through the points. So A vector and B vector. So this is actually given R vector is equal to A vector plus T into B minus A, right? Passing through the points, passing through 2 points. Actually, there are 2 types. One is passing through 1 point and parallel to a vector. Here, passing through 2 points. So second one should be taken as B vector minus A vector. Please listen very carefully how I am doing this. So A vector you can identify from here itself. A vector is what? The first point is, so it's given as a coordinates. So A vector, that point is 1 minus 2 minus 1, right? Because I minus 2j minus k. 1 minus 2 minus 1. So it should be either C or D, right? Let us see. It is C or D. If only one they given that value means we can mark that itself, right? Okay. Now, this is B minus A. B minus A is this one, right? So B minus A equal to 6, sorry, I is not there, no? 0, 6 minus 1. Okay, for our convenience, I want B vector. So B vector is equal to 0, 6 minus 1. This minus A, take it to the right side, it become what? Plus A. What is A here? 1 minus 2 minus 1. Add it, coordinates, add it. So you would have done all these things, right? But for objective question, no, we want the answer, that's all. Add it, so you are getting 1, 6 minus 2, 4, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2. So this is the second point. 1, 4, minus 2. 1, 4, minus 2. So the correct answer is what? C is the correct answer. Now let's move on to question number 23. The distance of the point 1, 1, 1 from the origin, that is 0, 0, 0. So this distance is CP. This distance is half of its distance from the plane. Half of the distance from the plane. Half of the distance from the plane. So this distance, okay. So this distance from the plane, what's the plane's equation? X plus Y plus Z plus K equal to 0. Find K value, okay. So half of this distance, okay. Now listen, CP, how can you find? Use distance formula, root of 1 minus 0 the whole square. 1 square plus 1 minus 0 the whole square plus 1 minus 0 the whole square. Half into distance, you substitute the point here, right? So X value 1 plus again what? 1 plus K by root of A square plus B square plus C square, right? Now we simplify this. So left side is root 3. Root 3 is equal to 1 into, leave it 3 plus K. So it cannot be negative, right? Value should not be negative. So take the modulus value. So in the answer you can see, you would have seen 2 values, right? 2 values given. Divided by, this is 2 into root 3. Cross multiply. Modulus of 3 plus K is equal to, root 3 into root 3 is 3, 3 2s are 6. So modulus 3 plus K 6 means 3 plus K is either plus 6 or 3 plus K is minus 6. 3 plus K is minus. Here you have to be very careful, okay. So K value is 6 minus 3, 3, or K equal to minus 6 minus 3, it is what? Minus 9. So these are the 2 answers, 3 minus 9. So fourth one is the correct answer. Now sum number 24. The planes are parallel. Planes are perpendicular means n1 dot n2 0. Planes are parallel means they differ only in constant, or you can say the coefficients of x, y, z terms are proportional, right? So what's the first one? Write in Cartesian form, very simple thing. For r vector is xi plus yj plus zk. Take dot product 2x minus lambda y plus 1z equal to 3 or minus 3 equal to 0. Second one, 4x, right? 4x plus 1y minus mu z minus 5 equal to 0. Since they are parallel, the coefficients are proportional. 2 by 4 equal to minus lambda by 1, y coefficient. Z coefficient 1 by minus mu, constant don't take. So here you take cross multiplying. So this, if you want, you can cancel 1 by 2, right? Or the next step you do. Minus 4 lambda is equal to 2 So 4 lambda is minus 2, lambda equal to minus 2 by 4. So lambda value minus 1 by 2. Lambda value minus 1 by 2. So 2 places minus 1 by 2. Do the other one also, right? Now we equate first and last. 2 by 4 is equal to minus 1 by mu, right? So 1 by 2 equal to 1 by minus mu. Take reciprocals or you cross multiply. Minus mu is 2, so mu equal to minus 2. So lambda value minus half, mu value minus 2. So third option is the correct one. Now let's move on to the last question. Length of the perpendicular from the origin is 1 by 5. Very simple question. Length of the perpendicular from the origin to the plane. What's the equation of the plane here? 2x plus 3y plus lambda is that minus 1 equal to 0 from the origin 0, 0, 0. This distance they given us what? 1 by 5. Okay, so the formula 0, 0, 0 is substitute. So my modulus of minus 1. So it can write 1 by root of 2 square 4, 3 square 9, lambda square equal to 1 by 5. Now you cross multiply. 5 is equal to root of 13 plus lambda square, right? Square it. 25 equal to 13 plus lambda square. Or lambda square is equal to 25 minus 13 is what? 12. Or lambda is equal to plus or minus root of 12 can be written as 4 into 3, right? So plus or minus 2 root 3. But in the answer here they given lambda is greater than 0. Lambda is, so since lambda is greater than 0, lambda cannot be negative. So you take lambda is equal to 2 root 3 and that is the first option. So hope you understood all these things and lot of results we revised. So we'll continue in the next video.